Hello coders, this is Bisky here. Welcome back to another YouTube tutorial, and in this tutorial we are doing many things. And from the last tutorial I got my credentials from Contabo that I can use to log into my server. So let me show you the credentials. So from the Contabo I received this email with my login with the IP address of my VPS and also the username and the password that I already set. And with Contabo you have a VPS, a VNS IP and a VNS password that you can use in case you forgot the password and of your VPC. It's another level of security. So let's log into our Contabo. Right now I'm now in my Contabo portal control panel, and I selected the VPS control. If I'm here, I can see the servers that I purchased from Contabo. So this is the server that I purchased that I want to use for CodeWithBisky. So let's create a duplicate of this tab. So after doing this, let's come to DNS Zone Management. I think it's here. From here, let's add our domain, which is CodeWithBisky. CodeWithBisky.com, and we select this server, this one, and let's create a zone. We need to we managed to create a zone. So what we are supposed to do here, we need to configure this NS1, this NS type to our GoDaddy. So let's go to our GoDaddy. So in our GoDaddy, if you log into your GoDaddy, you have to go to your domains, then select your domain, then go to DNS and go to Nameservers. So we want to change the name server. We want to use Contabo Nameservers. So just say change name server. GoDaddy servers recommended. No, we use my own name servers. So the first one, it will be ns1.contabo, and here it's ns2.contabo, and let's add the third one, which is ns3. So after doing this, we click save. So CodeWithBisky, by clicking, you consider updating the name servers for the change name server is recent could potentially lead to your website disappearing from public view. Let's click continue. So let's reload this page. Yeah, we are now configured to use this one. So let's come back to our Contabo panel. So from here we can see the CodeWithBisky. CodeWithBisky is pointing, this CodeWithBisky.com is now pointing to this IP address, and www.codewithbisky is also pointing to the same IP address. So this thing, I think we are fine for now, and let's test our. So we want to SSH to our server. Since now we are able to, if we are using this code, the domain that we purchased from GoDaddy, it is now going to our name server. For me, I use Temias. From Temias, this is the client panel that I use to connect to my server. So this is the IP address that I entered here, and I labeled this is CodeWithBisky server, and my username and the password that I set up. So if I just double click here, I will be able to connect to my server. So if you are using a Linux, from your terminal, I think you can just SSH, just say SSH in the name, the username, in the IP address. I think right now we can use CodeWithBisky. Yes, CodeWithBisky.com. Then we say yes, and I will enter the password. So after entering the password, I will be able to log into the Linux server, and I put the password. As you can see, I managed to log to my Linux server and using my domain, and my domain is now pointing to the what? To the CodeWithBisky using SSH. So this is how you can use SSH to connect to your Linux server. So in my domain, let me open I have a blog that I created. So this is how you do it if you want to connect to your Linux server. And we want to add a new user. I want to create a new user. Let's create a new user. I don't want to use this the root one. So here I just say clear. I can say add user. This is the username that I want to add. I will enter my password. So after doing this, I created the user, and from the blog, let's add this user to the sudo one. So just copy this command and go to my terminal. And the name of the user. I'm now adding this user to the sudo. So this user is now a sudo user. So how do I test if it's a sudo? I just say sudo su minus space the username. I'm now testing if this user is now a sudo user. Yeah. So run. I can say sudo apt update. Let me update and enter my password. So after entering the password, I'm now updating my Linux dependents or packages. So let's wait. So I can just say apt sudo apt update. Okay, I think we are okay with this. So let's go back to our terminal again. We want to add our RSA key from my local computer we want to add more security on our Linux server. So by doing this, we want to use RSA algorithm whereby we upload our public key to our Linux server, so that each time when I log in, I don't use a username and password like what we did. I want just to say I will enter my I just say sudo SSH and the domain, the username and the domain, and I will log in using the passphrase for the key that I uploaded. So let me show you the process. We are adding more security on our server. If someone trying to get into our server, it will be difficult because the server will recognize your local computer through the SSH key with the public one. So by let's now continue. I want to open the terminal, another terminal. Okay, this is the terminal that I want to open. This is the second terminal. So here from the second terminal, I just want to run this command. So if this command will allow you to generate a key pair, but I have a PK already. So if you don't have a key pair, you just run this one, or you can override the existing one. That's all. For me, I have the key pair, so I want to copy the existing key pair that I have from my computer to this server. So let me do that. So here I just say SSH copy root to the CodeWithBisky.com. And then I'll press enter. So let's see. And I'll be prompted to enter the password. So let me enter the password of the server. Sorry. I did something wrong. I must copy with the password of the new user that I'm currently using. I want to copy it to this new user and I'll enter my password. Yep. Now, as you can see, number of key added one. Now try logging into the machine with SSH, or what I can do. I know this key is now there in our SSH, and what I can do right now is go to our Linux server. Let me go to our Linux server, and we want to disable the password authentication to the Linux server. So let me do this. In my Linux server, I just say sudo nano this one, and I have to look for the password authentication. Let's go together. Password authentication, usually it is commented. Yeah, here by default it's yes. So I want to set it to password authentication. I want to set it to no, and I can save this file, and I'm using nano. So I have to restart the SSH, this one. Let me restart the SSH. I restarted the SSH. So after restarting, let me try to log in again to this Linux computer. So from here, let me open another. Okay, I can just say SSH, the name of my CodeWithBisky.com. So here I have to enter the key, the paraphrase key of my public that I generated before. So you can see now I'm now able to log in without the password. I'm using my public key. It means we enhance the security. So each time when I log in, I don't need to enter the password of the server. I'm now entering the passphrase which we are going to set up on this stage. So for me, I already did this thing, so I don't want to overwrite it. So after doing this, we managed to enable security on our Linux server. So the next step, we want to install. Let's install. Let me do this. And just say sudo su. So we want to install Nginx. Let's set up Nginx on our server. So you can get this blog, and you can follow these steps to set up your Linux server for the first time. So let's update, and let's install Nginx. So from I just say yes. As you can see, Nginx, it's a program that runs on a computer and helps deliver web content to users when they visit websites. Nginx is a middleman between your website files and users' web browsers, handling their requests and sending back the appropriate web pages, images, or the content. So that's why we are using this one. We are using Nginx. So after doing this, let's try to run this one and see our configurations. So right now it is inactive. We added an allow SSH to allow our server to be able to log into our server through SSH. We added that rule, and we added the HTTP. So to enable this one, you have to click sudo ufw enable, and we just type yes. File is active on the system. On system startup. So let's see the status now. As you can see, so far we enabled to allow port 22 and also the HTTP request, which is port 80. So we can also allow 443 connection for HTTPS. Let's add that one. This one also, and you can run the status. This one. So from our blog, let's continue from our blog. So since we installed Nginx, let's check if the Nginx is running. Yeah, the Nginx is running. So let's just type a CodeWithBisky.com. Yeah, this is our welcome page. It means our server is running correctly and Nginx is running. As we mentioned in here, we are supposed to, if we enter our domain or IP address, we are supposed to see a welcome to Nginx page, which is this page. It means our configurations are fine. So here we want to set up new things. So from our domain, we want to upload our server, which is the CodeWithBisky website. So we want to create this folder. We want to add this folder. Our CodeWithBisky domain should be in www.codewithbisky.com. So let's create this folder. So let me do this here and clear the content here. Let's paste this. I created the folder. Let me add all the permission for read write on this folder for every user. No, let me add. Sorry, this one is for specific for the one user. Okay, let's create this block. So from this block, let's copy this content, which is my server. So from my server, let me paste this block. As you can see, it's routing www.codewithbisky.com or hostcodewithbisky.com, and our folder, like our website, will be in our website will be in this folder which we created above here. So we are going to add our HTML page in this folder, and it will load the index.html or the file which is like this. Any of these files will be loaded, which is going to be our index file. So this is going to be our entry point. So let me save this. So after saving this, let's add CodeWithBisky.com into our Nginx sites enabled. So since it's a new site, let's enable this. So let's test if there's no issue on our website. Yeah, as you can see, the configuration, everything is okay. Means the file that we added, this one, it's okay. So we'll be able, if I type CodeWithBisky, I think right now we can have an issue now. Or I think we have to restart the Nginx. So before we restart the Nginx, we need to, we want to run these commands. I want to zip my website and copy it to CodeWithBisky.com and move it to the correct folder, which is this folder. That's where I want to put my website. So I already created my website, which is this block that you are currently seeing. So when the website is up, you can navigate to this block. Currently, it's running on my computer. So let me do this. Let me open my. So I'll run the commands that I currently have here. So here on the terminal, I just say cd and I say ls-la. So I want to zip this folder, which is website. So you have to run this command. Just copy it from the blog. After doing this, I want to copy this to copy it to my server. So I can do this. At CodeWithBisky.com. Then I'll enter my paraphrase, which is my secret. So right now, I copied my website. So what I can do is just to come here and I open my terminal. This is the terminal, and I just say ls-la to see everything. So this is the website that I copied from my local computer. It's now in the server. So let me move this one, my website, into the directory of my website, and I can move it like this, and I can get into the server. Let me get into the folder, and if I say ls-la, currently there's this website .zip, and let me unzip the folder. The unzip folder is not there, so let me install the package. Yeah, after, let me now unzip the folder. As you can see, let me do ls-la. We have this website, which is the folder, and the website zip. So right now I can remove the zip. I can remove it. Let me clear this ls-la to list everything that is in there. So here I want to copy everything that is in website folder and put them in the root folder of my website. So I just say copy everything like this and do this, and I can say ls minus la. You can see this is my website, and this is the index.html that is going to be loaded, and I have my playlist, blog, HTMLs. So after doing this, I think I have to restart Nginx. So here I have a command to check if Nginx is running. So what I can do is I have to restart it since it's running, because I added the configurations. So I have to restart it. And let's see the status. As you can see 2 seconds ago. So here what I have done is that on my server I removed the other configs that were there, and my file remains like this with these few lines of code. So which is in sites available, CodeWithBisky.com, and I will update the blog. So after doing this, I will just say www.codewithbisky.com. As you can see, I'm now this is the website for CodeWithBisky, and we are able to access the website on this. But the problem with that is this thing is not secure, so we must enable it to be HTTPS. So we want to use Let's Encrypt to do that. So let's install Let's Encrypt. So we just say sudo update as usual. Here just say Control X. So after you change that file, you have to restart Nginx. So let's install this one. Snap command. It's saying snap command not found. So let's install the snap. Let's install the snap. Let's install snap. Let's clear this, and let's run this command again. Snap install. So after doing this, let's now install the set board. This is the Let's Encrypt one. Then we managed to install the set board. Now we are okay. This thing are okay. It's okay now. Our file is okay. We have the HTTP and the HTTPS. So let's run this. Here it's saying enter email address used for agent renewal of security. So after 3 months the certificate will expire, so we'll be notified maybe it's 2 weeks before, so that we know that we have to renew our certificates manually. So I will enter the email. This is the email that I will get a notification when the certificate is ready for renewal. CodeWithBisky.com, and then I'll press enter. So what does it say? Yes, I agree. Would you willing once your first certificate is yours to share the email address with the electronic frontier? That's enough for let's encrypt. Just say yes. Account registered. Now requesting for a certificate for our CodeWithBisky.com, and it's now deploying to our, as you can see here, it's deployed it into our sites enabled CodeWithBisky.com. It looks for everything that is enabled, all domains that are there. So this one is for CodeWithBisky. That's where from our command we told it to renew everything that is CodeWithBisky. So after doing this, I think we are okay. Let's try to reload this page. As you can see now, it's now in secure website. We now have a lock, so it's now HTTPS, and our website is now secure. Even for search engine optimization, it will be now visible on top because of this. So Google will put your website below the ranking, like on the bottom of the ranking if it's HTTP. So our website is now up and running, and we managed to install to secure our server, to install Nginx, to install setboard, which is Let's Encrypt, and we managed to configure our domain, and we have a working domain and a Linux server, and our website is now up and running. So thank you for watching this video. If you are new to this channel, may you kindly subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell below. Salut coders.